Welcome to Adventures Walking as One, where we explore what it really looks like to walk as one in the same direction on the same path as husband and wife.
We are Mark and Carol Schweiger from Walk as One Ministries, and we believe that marriage is the greatest adventure and worth preparing for. So today, we're going to talk about Christmas traditions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
It is exciting. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, why do we want to talk about traditions?
Well, I think we understand that traditions are, the belief of behaviors and what is customs that were passed down maybe from our parents to us and what we pass down to our children. It's kind of an identity. It's from one generation to another.
Yes, and they bring a set of excitement with them.
Yeah.
Part of being a part of a family.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'll share some stories in a little bit about my brother and I, but it brought us closer with these family traditions.
Yeah. It's really the identity of a family, It gives us something to look forward to with traditions. When it's consistent, I always look forward to different things. And it helps us to know what to expect in a holiday.
And I need that.
Yeah, you need that.
I need that. I'm very organized and in the same path all the time.
Yes,
so,
Mr. Procedure.
Yes, knowing what to expect is great for me.
So let's talk about, I want to talk about what it was like in our childhood. And everybody has their own stories, but I'll talk about my own childhood growing up and what Christmas was like for us. I was in a big family, as you know, 8 kids, and it was never enough because my mom and dad invited everybody and their mother-in-law to come. Mm-hmm. And you were part of it. You would come over and join us. It was always Christmas Eve, and but it would start with a drive. When we were kids, Dad would pack us all up in the station wagon, and we would drive all over town looking for Santa. And it was drudgery because it was like, oh, come on, want to get home. But the lights were beautiful, and he would take us on really pretty, drives. And then we would finally go back home, and we would just miss him. He always came while we were gone. But the presents around the tree, it was enormous. And as a kid, it was ginormous. It was like nowhere to walk.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because knowing your older brother, I came over with your brother, and you guys were off in the car somewhere, and I was never quite understood what was going on. Then he would bring me in the living room. Come here, Mark, you got to see this. And he'd bring me in and show me the tree with, there's no room in the room.
No room.
No room to sit, or even almost.
Yeah, they were always hidden in the attic, and then they would bring them down while we were gone, which is totally amazing. But, and then we would have Christmas skits. So the kids, all of us would develop a story or, a skit of some kind that would tie into Christmas, to giving, sharing with one another, etc. And we even did commercials. It was so fun. And all the adults loved it. Those of us that were musically inclined, we would play musical instruments and we would sing Christmas carols as a whole. And, everybody's naming off what songs they want to sing. We had song sheets. And then it always ended with Silent Night. That was my mom's favorite, and Mom always got to, that was the last song we would sing. And, of course, as kids, it's like, come on, can we sing Silent Night? Let's go.
I remember the song sheets. In my family, we didn't do the songs. And so that was, really stepping out for me. I go over, and plus you had all the people.
All the people.
So there was a lot of people, a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
And then we're singing. You had games.
Yeah, that would be at the end of the night. But my dad always read Luke 2. He would sit down, get the Bible out, and all the little ones would sit around him and surround him as he read the Christmas story. and what Christmas is really all about, that Jesus came and as a baby and so forth. And that was really special. Not all the kids were quiet. They were very restless waiting, because as soon as he finished, he would get his Santa hat on and he would start passing out gifts. And it was total chaos.
You may not have understood that at the time, but I understand that now, having gone through kids and grandkids during that time. And just reading, it's like, oh my gosh, let us open the presents anyway.
Yeah. And so we'd get through all the gift wrapping, unwrapping. And then it was dinner time, and my mom put out a spread. It was like a grand meal. And of course, it always ended with her homemade French silk pie, which was to die for. So wonderful. Yes. And we keep that tradition going, right?
Yep,
even though Mom's not with us anymore. But we have mastered the skill of French silk pie.
Yes, it took a while.
Yeah.
Some experimental ingredients, I think, for both you and your sister.
Times. Yeah, but I think Karen and I have it down.
I
but
think
it was
so,
the
too.
late night, always the late night, and but it was a beautiful time. So that's kind of my story. Oh, Christmas morning, we didn't go anywhere because we already had all the hoopla. But one of us would be chosen to put Jesus in the manger in the nativity.
So how did you choose one of you to put? Who got to choose? Was Mom and Dad?
I don't know how they chose. I have no idea, but somehow.
Because you're all chiefs, so there's 8 of you, and they're all chiefs, and everybody's going to want to do that, right?
But not everybody was around. Some of them were. I don't know. Somehow it worked out. All I knew is that Jesus was hiding behind the nativity, and whoever got to do it got to get Jesus out and put him in the manger. Anyway, so tell us about you.
Well, I'm still going on some of the things that you have, but we'll talk about some of our common things in a minute.
Yeah.
But for me, it started before Christmas Eve. For me, the most, and I guess it's the exciting parts, because my dad I'm a lot like my dad. I was going to say he's a lot like me, but he's process oriented, so we had to clean the basement floor. It was the old asphalt floor. You had to clean them, and wax them, and then buff them. And so the fun part was that Dad was doing all that, but everything on one side of the basement got pushed to the other side. And so all the tables, chairs, everything. And so it's a perfect place for a kid to have tunnels and forts. And so it's my brother and I, my next oldest brother, that we would do most of this. And eventually my other brother would find out, and he would try to come in there too, but we tried to keep him away from that. But so we were hiding down there and making forts. And then when the basement was done and dried, we've got our wool skating socks on and slid across the floor.
That was the best.
And I was surprised you guys did. I thought that was just something that we came up with.
No. We always washed and waxed that floor, and we couldn't wait to get our socks on and go sliding.
And you slid for quite a while, too.
Yeah.
Well, so after that was done, the next thing is we had to get the tree. So we had a real tree. And we had to go to the place. I don't even know if they still do this, but all the trees were standing up in a lot. It was well lit, Christmas music playing, people all over the place. Back then there was usually snow on the ground by Christmas. And so my brother and I, we would be hiding from the enemy, which is all these other people. So we're running through the forest. We're supposed to be helping Dad pick out a tree, but we're running through the forest. And then that tree, on Christmas morning, or any morning really, went downstairs, you had that fresh evergreen smell. So that was just a reminder that, it's time for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so some of the other things we did, Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve, was for Mom and Dad to give the kids presents, and then Christmas Day was what Santa would give us.
Oh.
And for Gary and I, it was it was more exciting, because we had an idea of what we were already getting.
You guys were snitchers.
We were sneakers.
We were spies.
We were spies. We became very good. They were under lock and key, but we figured out where the loose boards were in the storage area. So we could get in there with flashlights, and we were able to do that until the youngest brother found out, and he wasn't as
sneaky.
Yeah, he wasn't as sneaky.
You guys were bad.
And I don't even know if this is a tradition, but it's something that we did, and it was every year until we got caught again. But my mom made these cookies that we all loved, and they were in the freezer. And so every year, I knew that I could go down and have cookies before Christmas, and they were really good frozen.
Yeah.
And so Gary saw me, so Gary started having cookies. And then somehow Jeff found out, and so he started having cookies. And then one year, there was no cookies.
Oh, my gosh.
Was like,
I would be furious.
yeah. And I think Mom was. I don't remember what happened to us, but we're still alive anyway.
We hid our cookies up in the attic, so it wouldn't be convenient for anybody to go up there and get them.
Oh, I remember. But Joe knew.
Oh,
Joe
the guys knew.
Yes.
They knew. I could even, one time I hid them in the rafters in the garage and they found them.
That's the time I remember.
It's ridiculous. I put them in the drop ceiling in the basement and they found them. So there was no sacred place to put cookies. Yeah. But we always made a ton. So even if they snitched, there was still enough. Yeah.
Oh. Some of the interesting stuff. We always had ham, always had lights. So there was this standard thing that you always did for Christmas. And those were kind of our traditions.
And that was funny to me because actually for a while it was turkey and Thanksgiving at your house and then turkey at Christmas. And I'm like, why are you going to do Thanksgiving all over again? So Mom switched it and made it ham on Christmas, but then we had ham on Easter. And it was like, wait a minute, how about lasagna? And they thought that was the funniest thing, that I would suggest lasagna.
Yes. And so I remember Dad, and I don't know if my mom would have had as hard of a time with it, but Dad was like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean no ham?
Yeah, but I had Sandy's husband on my side, and we won one year, and we had lasagna, and it was so good.
It took, 1 or 2 years for Dad to...
It took a while to sink in.
And maybe we can do this.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to change it up a little bit.
Right. Yeah, creatures of habit. But I guess that's part of tradition, right?
Yeah, and that's part of the blending.
Yes.
And so we each had our separate traditions. And then even though we started early blending, is because I was at your house...
Before we got
married, with your brother.
Right.
And then I became interested in you, so I was there more. So I became more and more part of this massive crowd. We didn't have a crowd at my house, and we weren't playing games and stuff.
Right.
And so we had to blend. Well, actually, we got to pick and choose, right? The stuff we wanted from both, and we brought those for our own tradition.
And we did, yeah. So let's talk about that blending.
And some parts were difficult, like the lasagna part, but I got used to that idea. We ended up, we've never, well, part of the problem was that we have 2 families now, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think everybody has this issue. You got to go to one family or the other.
Right. We had it easy, though, because both of our parents lived almost behind each other. So even though it was Christmas Eve at my mom and dad's, Christmas Day at your mom and dad's, it was just easy, for any holiday for us. And
my parents didn't seem to mind not doing the Christmas Eve. Actually, I think they still did with my younger brothers and sisters, did the Christmas Eve. But then we just did the big celebration on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So that seemed to work out pretty good. We brought the lights with us. So we still decorate, put lights up.
Well, and getting back to, we had Christmas Eve at my mom and dad, and then Christmas Day at your mom and dad. That left us Christmas morning.
Yes.
I was like, when do we celebrate Christmas, right? So we shifted to, this is our time, our family time, Christmas morning. And it actually was a very special time. And we would start with, we'd always have to wake them up, which was amazing. They never woke us up.
Yes, because of all the excitement.
Because they were up so late the night before.
Well, you guys were up early too, right?
No,
not
really.
Well, I guess.
Because it was such a late Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So we would have to wake up our kids. But we started with cinnamon rolls,
Yes. And
hot
I
cinnamon
remember trying to
rolls,
make homemade cinnamon rolls for years.
eggnog, coffee, and cookies in the morning. First thing in the morning. No, healthy snacks. It was like go for the gusto.
And then a big breakfast.
But that was after we
That
did
was
get
after.
right. And so we would have these snack trays around the living room. It was almost like a picnic in the living room. And we had our tree up and all that. And then you would do the Christmas story. And that was a tradition that we kept. And then you would open up, pass out the gifts, right, with your Santa hat.
Yep, with my Santa hat.
And I'd try to make it go slow so I could enjoy it. But, and then after we were done with that,
Well, I think we did one year without going slow. And it was just, there was so much commotion.
Too much commotion.
We had a smaller living room, and it was like a foot deep of paper and toys. I was worried
That's
about
kind of the fun thing. I just want to see everybody open up a gift that. But then we had big breakfast. So it would be eggs and potatoes and, whatever, bacon, sausage, big breakfast. And then they could play for a little while, and then it would be, okay, we got to go to Grandma and Grandpa's.
Now, another blending we had was the tree.
Oh, yeah. The tree.
So I had used to having a real tree.
Right. And I, growing up, had an aluminum tree. It was green and purple and blue. And we had a light that would shine on it to reflect it. Very hokey.
But there was some reason that we had to use your tree.
Well, when I was in high school, I really despised that aluminum tree. So I went and bought my mom and dad a nice artificial tree that looked real. And so we had that for a while. And then when we got married, they gave it to us because they didn't need a big tree anymore. So we inherited this 7-foot tree.
Part of the blending.
The blending, yes. So we had that for a long time.
So no real tree. Now I did burn a evergreen scented candle.
Yes, we can compromise a little bit and get the pine smell somehow. Just no mess, right? No pine needles on the floor. Well, not as many pine needles on the floor. Eventually, that tree was kind of disintegrating.
Yeah. Didn't we use tinsel back then too, right?
No, not on that.
Didn't use tinsel?
No.
So
you'd never get it off.
That was just for our trees.
No, the one thing we do, this is our tradition when we put up the tree. There is one ornament that goes on the tree very first thing. So the lights are on, the tree's up, and it's the Jacob ornament, which is kind of a reminder of our son that we lost. So he has his own little ornament that goes in the center of the tree, and I put it on every year. First thing I do. And then when we take it down, I make you take it down.
And that's kind of a special moment.
Yeah.
Setting up and taking it down. Just a little, nothing big, but it's just a small reminder.
Yeah, kind of almost ceremonial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And that is tradition now.
It is. What else do we have?
I was going to see if I had any other...
Don't decorate until after Thanksgiving, for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll take down everything on January 2nd because Jacob's birthday was January 1st. So I don't want to do anything until afterwards. And that's another tradition that we have.
Yeah, we're bringing that in, and we've gone through that blending and another blending. So that's our guidance is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But now our children have children.
Right.
And we have in-laws, and they want to decorate a little earlier. So
yeah, they do things differently.
It's even a little more interesting now.
Yeah. So I would try to give and take a little bit of grace there. One fun thing that we do is we have stockings. And I didn't grow up with stockings, but I made stockings for everybody, and they get one gift.
I thought that came from your side.
No,
So we had stockings.
We didn't do stockings. So
that came from my side then, right?
Apparently.
They must.
I don't know. But I
we
put
had
one
stockings.
gift in everybody's stocking. And you eventually built like a ladder to put them all on there because there's 20 stockings.
20 stockings. It's shaped kind of like a Christmas tree, but some of the little kids can't even reach up to.
Yeah, they're hanging on dowels. But anyway, we get everybody on one side of the room, And it's ready, set, go. And everybody runs to their stocking, gets their stocking, runs to the floor, sits down, and when we're all seated, we all open them up at the same time. And it's just exhilarating. It's this kind of chaotic, but it's fun. It's like the start of everything.
And it's amazing because the stockings and everything is still intact.
Yes, amazing is right. But every year I have to kind of evaluate, make sure I have everybody's stocking because it keeps growing. Anyway, so that's what we do. And then now instead of having it at breakfast time, this is a dinner time. So we have midday when everybody comes over, and then we have a dinner after.
Well, that was another change because sometimes we celebrate Christmas not on Christmas or not on Christmas Eve now, because you have other families and the in-laws' families, and so you're trying to schedule stuff when you can all be together because the whole point is that we're together as family.
Right.
And so that's important enough for us that we'll make a special date just so we can have everybody together.
And we've also had the case where some of the kids were out of state and couldn't come in for Christmas. So we would go there, usually after Christmas, and celebrate with them early part of January.
Or in some cases, a Skype or a video Christmas present.
Yeah, we've done FaceTiming Christmas, which better than nothing.
Yes.
Right?
So some technology is good.
Yeah.
There's some good things about it. Well, at least we could see each other.
Yeah.
And be present opening gifts instead of sending just a telephone call.
Right.
So that was cool.
That's a benefit.
There was something else. Oh, we still do the reading the Jesus story from Luke, but when the kids were little, that was a big change. So I'm supposed to do the story, but the grandkids were too small.
Right.
And I don't remember what we did with our kids, but with the grandkids, we have the manger scene. It's a child one.
Fisher Price one.
Yeah, and it has all
Plastic.
the characters. So I had to pass out characters to each one, and then they each had a role to do.
Right.
But trying to get 3, 4s, and 5-year-olds to actually do this thing, it was actually more of a comedy show than anything else.
But they get the story.
They got the story. Yeah, we got it all done.
Yeah.
Baby Jesus was born in the manger. So
Right.
we got all that done.
Yeah. Now, last year, we actually acted it out. And we had somebody be the donkey, and, we had the kids act it out. So we're starting that tradition of skits.
The skits, we didn't mention that it started, but after the family started getting bigger on your side, the skits got bigger.
Oh, they did.
Your sister's husband was I don't want to say fanatic, but he was almost like part of the movie industry. I mean, beards and staff and my goodness, costumes and rehearsals and
It was fun though. But that's what makes Christmas, right? Those are those traditions that you carry over and appreciate, especially as you get older.
Yes, and we're like in our third phase, right? So it was our kids, and then we blended being married, and then with our kids, and we blended with grandkids.
Right.
And so now our Christmas mornings are a little quieter.
Yeah.
Because it was just us two.
It was until recently, but I mean, it's the empty nest.
Yeah, an empty nest, and it was always just us.
You're gone, and it's like, okay, are we going to save any presents for us to open?
Yeah, I think you had to say that one time. Well, make sure you mark one so that we have something to open.
Right. But we still do the cinnamon rolls.
Yes, we still do cinnamon rolls.
And coffee and a breakfast.
Yes.
So we do still do some traditions.
And we started Polar Express. So we've been watching Polar Express. I don't know if we'll wear that out eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll have to move on to something
a fun
else.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but traditions are personal, right? And they represent what is most important to us. And I think that's key. What is most important to us? It holds us together. It gives us a sense of belonging. Not everybody has that.
Yes.
There are some families that maybe all their kids are out of state, which is heartbreaking. And especially if it's grandkids involved and they can't go there. Or maybe they don't have anybody around at all. Maybe parents are passed or they don't have children and that kind of thing. boy, I really hope that if you're in that situation that you would find somebody or another family to join in with.
Do something. It's important to have tradition, and this is a very special occasion,
Yeah.
the birth of our Lord, and so it's even more necessary to become part of something.
Yeah.
Even if you have a lot of heartache, I know there's a lot of people that have heartache
Right.
for the reasons you mentioned, somebody passing,
Yeah.
and so we had the same thing, but now we have an ornament that we still remember that by,
Right.
but we're not totally focused on that for the holiday.
Right. And, there are people that are going through loss, whether it's job loss or maybe there was a death in the family around this time. That is so hard,
And
not focusing on the negative, but thinking about things that are in the positive.
Yes, it's
Very
difficult.
important.
It was funny that you had mentioned one time. For me, I was doing lights all the time, and then this is another thing as things change up, and I was like, I'm not going out there to put up lights this year.
Oh, when you said that, our son had a fit. I think it was 8 or 10. I don't even know how old he was, around that age. And you said, you're not going to put up lights? He was horrified. What? But that's tradition. And it wasn't until then that I realized that we had traditions. I didn't even think about it. It never even occurred to me that we had traditions. But we have a lot of traditions.
We have a lot of traditions, and this helped bring a lot of them out. Actually, even putting up the lights, I think it was that same year that we got a call from, or you got a call from our neighbor wondering if everything's all right because I hadn't put up the lights.
And then we make cookies and we take them to the neighbors and we sing Christmas carols with the, at the neighbors.
Yeah.
So, there's all kinds of traditions. Anyway. But you know what? Maybe you would like to start some new traditions. If you have traditions that you do in your family, we'd like to hear about it, other than what we've already shared. But maybe you feel compelled to start some new traditions, and we'd like to hear what those are.
Yes, for sure.
That would be fun.
For sure.
Anyway, but thanks for joining us with Adventures Walking as One, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas. Please subscribe and share this with a friend. Visit our website at walkasone.net.
Thank you for listening to a WBRW TV produced podcast in Washington Township, Michigan. Our podcast can be found on Spotify, and our video programming can be watched on WBRWTV.com or on our broadcast channels in Washington, Bruce, and Romeo on Comcast and AT&T. If you're interested in using our podcast space or have any ideas of your own for a podcast, reach out to us now at WBRWpodcast@gmail.com. For more information on our organization, our content, or how you can get involved, visit WBRWTV.com. The opinions, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect the views of the Charter Township of Washington, Michigan Community Media, or WBRW-TV.